Good morning, everyone, and Merry Christmas Eve. Today is Tuesday, December 23rd, and today we will cover some YieldMax stuff, some MSTY trades, some NVDY trades, TSLY, CONY, PLTY, HOOY, and we'll take a look at ULTY, see what's going on, see what they've been up to, and maybe we'll hang around until Group 1 declares the distribution at 6:55 a.m. All right. But before that, hopefully the audio is loud and clear. For those of you that are live, please say good to go, and then we'll take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is, Bitcoin's Bitcoining 87K, so it's headed down. So yeah, Santa Claus rally is not a thing right now. We shall see how things go this week. Let's see, what do we got here? So we're gonna go to our handy dandy file. We already did the refresh. I remember this time, which is good. So what we're gonna do is I want to show you something real quick. This is breaking news, right? NVDY is the GOAT again. NVDY is number one. NVDY is the largest fund of the YieldMax funds. They have the most assets under management. They have surpassed MSTY. They've been ahead of ULTY, but they have passed MSTY now. They're at 1.6 billion. Why is my picture in the way? Hold on, let me fix that. There you go. So yeah, man, that's interesting to say the least. A lot of it's because, the actual value of MSTR just like keeps going down, hence dropping, the value of MSTY in general. Some of it's people selling out of the fund too, but NVDY has been, we'll call it Mr. Consistency or Mrs. Consistency, whatever you want to call it. 1.6 billion assets under management, surpassing MSTY. So, say what you will, but they've been around. They've had no reverse splits. They've been just doing their thing, making money. If we look at the IV, who's the winner there? This SNDK is always the winner. It's in the SOLTY fund. Mara is usually in the top two as well. 80% on Mara. That's crazy. I don't know why they're always so high. And MSTR is right behind it. Obviously, they have two funds, MSTY and Winter, and then of course Circle doing pretty good, but nothing crazy there. What's the lowest of the low on the S&P 500? Berkshire, 14%. So yeah. All right, so let's go to the daily compare. We're just going to look at one day, being yesterday, the Monday. We'll see how the underlying did, and then we'll take that and we'll compare it against the YieldMax ETF just to see how they move together. All right, so MSTR, shockingly enough, went down yesterday, down 0.3%, and then MSTY actually went up 0.12%. We also have MSST. This is the 25% target fund. They actually went down 0.25%. Both of them beat the underlying, but MSTY beat everyone. Clear winner there, MSTY. All right, let's move on to NVIDIA. NVIDIA went up 1.49% yesterday. NVIDIA was able to capture 0.98. Now, if we look over at our boy NVIT actually beat NVIDIA. They went up 1.1%. However, the underlying did beat both of them. But again, on up days, typically that's what you'll see. And then of course, like we said before, I'm thinking, on the 25% targets, they should be able to capture more of the upside. Of course, they will pay less out, individually. They'll pay out, say, like for NVIDIA probably pays what, 40, 50%. NVIT pays about what, 20, 25% exactly. So, that's why. But anyway, NVIT for the win over NVIDIA. Let's look at Coinbase. Coinbase went up, but MSTR went down. Huh? Look at that. Okay. Yeah, you see? All right. Coin went up 1.13%. CONY, man, look at that. Matched 1 for 1. Obviously, if you break it down to the pennies, round it, coin is actually the winner. But yeah, it's a tie right there. Good job. Now let's go to Tesla. Tesla's been unbelievable, man. You can't even, it cannot be stopped. But it's crazy. I don't know what to do. Like, what is this? Is this going to hit 500? You know, I'm thinking about a Roddy position on Tesla, but you know what? It's just like too risky. So I'm better off doing a Roydy on TSLL. That's my new name, Roydy, for the leverage funds. We'll get into that maybe on another day. But Tesla went up yesterday 1.56%. How did Tesla do? Tesla captured 1.54. Perfect. How did Test do? Test, for some reason, captured less. They captured 1.37. So TSLY for the win yesterday. Palantir, they had a green day. They went up 0.31%. PLTY captured 0.3. Good. All right. What we like to see. Slow gains, baby. SMCI, they went down yesterday. They went down 0.13%. SMCY, they went up. They went up 0.35%. Pretty good. Amazon, how you doing? They went up about 0.5%. And AMZ, same thing. They actually beat Amazon. So that's good. Yesterday, you can't complain. It's kind of looks like a good day for everyone. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. All right. So Robinhood, they went up 0.84% yesterday. All right. Robinhood has been a pain in the ass, but at least they went up yesterday. Today, they're looking kind of red in the pre-market, but they did go up 0.84%. And HOOY went up 1.73. So now that is what you call an ass whooping right there. They basically almost beat them by 1%. So that's good. We like to see that. AMD, they went up 0.71. AMDY captured 0.58. GDX, gold keeps going up to 2.72%. GDXY captured 2.48%. Hey, not bad, not bad. Meta, Facebook, your favorite app, up 0.41%. Phoebe did not move. So, look what I got, a water bottle. Bring back some, just like the old days, man. We got to bring it back. There you go. There you go. All right. Anyway, Phoebe, no change. Not sure what happened there, but come on, Phoebe, do better. All right. Google it. Just Google it. They went up 0.88%, and GUI went up 0.62%. Good enough. Sure. Let's move on. Netflix. They had another down day. They're struggling to get the WB. They went down 1.23%. Netflix went down 0.83%. Look at that, 12 flat, huh? All right, let's move on. Apple went down 0.99%. Apple went down 0.3%. So they went down less. That's good. Microsoft went down 0.21. MSFO went down less at 0.13. IBIT, they went up yesterday, 0.36%. YBIT beat them. They went up 0.38. So, yeah. All right, how you doing, Mara? Mara, they went down about 0.5%. Maro went up 0.36%. And then last but not least, we look at ULTY. Yeah, we use the Qs to compare against ULTY because we said so. That's why. Anyway, the Qs went up 0.35%. ULTY went up 1.16%. So that's a pretty good day for ULTY. Like I said, man, don't be surprised if ULTY, the new strategy, kicks some ass. Obviously, the market has to behave, but I really feel like it's going to take some time to gain a lot of trust back. People are just so aggravated with ULTY, but I really think it may be one of the busiest, exciting, and probably better performing funds, maybe in 2026, but we'll see. Yeah, we are live, so thank you all for being here. Good morning to all. Let me be nice and say good morning. Actually, it is Christmas weekend, all brother. Nikki, good morning. Dividend Degenerates, good morning. How you doing? Black Mamba Trader, good morning. What do we got here? The president said tech is going to be helping to make ships, so I'm expecting tech to go higher. Okay, there's Steel, good morning. Marcia Little made it, good morning. Ryan, Misty, I went from 3,000 shares to 600. Next reverse split, I'll be out 50K, realized loss, angry face. What's your total return, though? Are you up on the total return? Or are you still, I know it's tough to, but you can't just look at capital. I mean, they're paying you out what? Over the years, 50%, 70%, 100%. GDXY is usually always the winner, right? Anything gold lately has been doing so well. So what's that? Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that's if everything panned out the exact same way. But who would have thought Bitcoin is doing what it's doing? I mean, all the predictions, I don't think anyone had a prediction under, at least early on. Of course, now everyone has a prediction under 100, but everyone thought by the end of the year it would be a much higher number. She goes 600 during 26. Yeah, you're probably right. Tesla's not good for a body. Too nuts. Nikki loves Granite shares. Good thing none of this has ever been financial advice. Never. Let's see. Sunita's awake. There you go. Who else is here? I'm just saying good morning to everyone. Cap gains dumping ULTY today. Interesting. Even though, did they change it for the worst for you? Why are you dumping ULTY now? Morning all. You clicked on the wrong icon. Uh-oh. Hello from Sydney, Australia. Goodamal. Shumaka. ULTY, get me back to break even, and I'm out. I mean, if you want to get out of something, just get out, right? Don't be waiting for break even. You're not really doing yourself any favors. But yeah, man. Curve ETFs all good. Just going to bed in Oz. Love that show. Remember Oz on HBO? Great show. Was sitting browsing the web, not realizing it. Oh. Hey, all good, Alan. We're happy you're here. Post reverse split. And I know NAV will decline. Depends which one. Depends on the underlying, right? Anyway, let's get to it. Bunch of cranks this morning. Good Lord. All right, so let's get through the trades. All right, who had trades yesterday? Well, you saw in the header. I'm going to only cover the ones that I put on the header. Let's look at the CONY, the cone heads. What kind of action? Same old. Bought a close put. All right, bought a close call. So it looks like maybe people sold out of the fund, so they're closing out of the synthetic 280, which they're behind on, of course, so they had to pay out. They took a hit on that, and then I bought a close call 255. It's early in the week, so obviously it's a little costly to close that now. But either way, $1.8 million realized loss on CONY. MS. Let's look at Misty. Bought a close put. Same thing. Maybe people. Again, it's towards the end of the year. People could be taking, tax loss harvesting. But what a lot of people do not realize is their taxable cost basis may have been lowered on a lot of these funds. So they could actually be selling for a cap gain, right? You have to understand what your taxable cost basis is on some of these funds. So anyway, let's see what's going on here. This is the synthetic. Yeah, so forced closure looks like on the 255 synthetic, closed the cover call. But tight. So, and then here they're buying, they're selling the call, the 185, and they're buying it lower. So they're lowering the credit call spread down to from 185 to 180, maybe to capture some more upside throughout the rest of the week. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but a $7 million realized loss for Misty. NVDY, it looks like some type of early assignment here because you see the 200 shares, but again, who cares about that? And then here they added it back, so nothing really going on there to look at. SOLTY, ULTY, nothing crazy. YMEG, I think that's the European one. But again, it's just the Monday, not usually a lot of trades on the Monday. Freezing here. Should have got my sweatshirt. But let's move on. So realized tab, again, this is the one where we'll actually capture any funds that had a realized gain throughout the week just to see how they're doing. So anything in green would be a positive return. Dips is actually producing 20 cents per share in one day. HIYY, 25 cents per share in one day. And MSTY, 9 cents in one day. Everything else is just kind of blah, so nothing really to report right there. Nothing on the distribution tab side of things, but we will go right to the holdings and we'll see where we stand on certain positions. Let me go through the live comment update real quick, and let's see what people are saying. Brian from Texas only planned holding YieldMax, the only fund that Jay even recommended. Today is actually Festivus, people airing grievances per tradition. YieldMax is an easy target. Yep, doing too many tax loss. Nikki, look at Granite carefully. The NAV doesn't recover. Losses are huge. I mean, you got to look at everything. Understand how the funds work. There's no, nothing's perfect. Everyone wants the perfect fund with the high yield, and you stay in it long enough, you'll get your ass kicked a little bit. But as long as you understand how it works, there's really probably not going to be saltiness, right? And you believe in the underlying. Double D video question. Thank you for the question. How do you know true cost basis before end of year? I know ROC is all estimates and probably inaccurate. Well, you don't. That's the problem. And also, even regardless of what they post on their website, right? That's an estimate of the return of capital, but they don't know like your cost basis. Like everyone bought in at a different time, so they'll have a different portion of their payment as return of capital. The only people that know is their brokerage, and your brokerage typically is not going to be kind enough to give you that information until the end of the year, which, by the way, I don't think it's that easy for them either, because you know what? We always get, at least I've seen it, like you get these revised end of year documents, right? And they have to like redo it 50 times because they screw up. And I bet a lot of that is probably because of return of capital, right? The taxable cost basis, like trying to figure out. I think these funds have made it even more, complicated on everything. Like return of capital is now such a normal thing. The brokerages, they probably hate their lives, right? So yeah, you don't. Unfortunately, you can guess, you can calculate it, but it's tough. You saw like MSTY that first year was always a good example. They were almost 100% return of capital, at least we thought, and then they had that big run before the end of the year, and then I guess they were like 99% income, like no return of capital essentially, and people were so pissed. Sunita, I have NVDY, my new one, IOY. You love that IOYY. Good luck with that, man. That's a danger. To upside down to tax harvest at this point, just ride it until the funds collapse. Oh man, Brian, you were down there this morning. We got to get happy. We got to get excited, right? It's holidays. Most of us are off. I'm not. I'm working today, but I am going to be off after that. Let's see. Black Mamba says buy GLD and run the wheel on her, sell cash secure puts. Yeah, go for it, man. I mean, I got to get in GLD. I do. I didn't have time yesterday to even look at the freaking market, though. Maybe today. Let's see. I mean, that's basically it. I just don't say that. Everyone says it. So it's kind of, I don't, I'm trying to not repeat. Nope, nothing perfect, but better than a payment every 3. Yeah, better than the usual. Yeah, March. Yeah, it's annoying. It is. Off to work, Double D. Off to work, then off the rest of the week. Happy Festivus. Man, I love all the Seinfeld fans. We should just have a Seinfeld discussion. We'll do that on one of the spaces. I don't watch it as much anymore. I need to, but I don't watch much of anything anymore. But it's the best show. Nothing compares to Seinfeld, So, but yeah, have a good day at work. All right, I'm supposed to be doing the holdings, aren't I? All right, how's TSLY doing? Well, let's see. They have a synthetic. They have 2 synthetics, a 450 and a 470. They both expire in January 16th. Tesla's sitting at what, 488. They're actually doing good. I mean, the synthetics are, but Tesla has been running it. And I mean, again, they're expiring soon. They may cash these out soon, but we'll see. Covered calls, how they doing? They all expire December 26th. That is the Friday. Again, the market's open Friday. However, there is a half day. The market closes at 1 p.m. tomorrow, and obviously the market will close on Christmas, December 25th. All calls are actually still out of the money. The lowest one is a 490. The highest one is a 505. We'll see how the rest of the week goes. The assets under management on TSLY, 1.2 billion. The NAV is $40, 40.79. Closing trade price about the same. You can see the value of the synthetic is really, really good. It's in the positive. Oh crap! See, I touched. I gotta get a new adapter, man. What a piece of crap. Give me a sec. There you go. It came back. How's that? Can you guys see and can you hear me? Mic check 1 2 1 2 and visual check 1 2 1 2. All good. Hello, crypto shamanamana. Yes to both. Thank you, Steele. All right, sorry about that. So yeah, man, it's worth about $251 per share. The synthetic on paper, synthetic contracts, they total about 25,000. They're selling calls at 92%, and they got credit call spreads on about 100% of that. All right. No, thank you all for confirming that. Appreciate it. Things happen, right? But I do need to buy an audio cable that's not a used crap from eBay. It's time to upgrade, right? Let me take a sip of coffee first. Oh yeah! All right, NVDY. They got two synthetic positions. They also expire on January 16th, 195 and a $200 synthetic. NVIDIA sits at 183, so they're not looking to make really bank on that. They're covered calls for this week. They expire all on Friday, December 26th. They only have 2 though, and they're in the money, man. They are in the money. Even their long calls in the money, so they're actually they got their protection already. The 182.50 is already making some money, helping out. They call them the butt buddy, as you may recall, saving the cappity doodas. All right, but we'll see how the rest of the week goes. If I look at the pre-market, NVIDIA does look a little red. Assets under management, again, NVIDIA is the largest fund, being 1.6 billion. The NAV sits at 14.49. Remember, they launched at 20, right? They paid you back your investment, and they're still going. Synthetic contracts, they total 89,000 covered calls. This is 98% they're trading, and then of course credit call spreads of 100% of that. The synthetic is not making bank, so that's why they're showing the negative there. Prognosis negative. All right, so let's move on. Who else do we have on the list here? Who else of these suckers? Five time. Well, ULTY's on the list. Again, I said I'm going to go through the trades at some point, but today is just not that day. If we look at the holdings, who are they holding? Alcoa, Alphabet, Amazon, Analog, Broadcom, Circle, Corning, Corny-ass mofo, LAM, Las Vegas Sands Corp. Huh? Really? Yeah. Eli Lilly. Uh-oh. No. Oh, no. Please, no. Don't do it. I mean, the IV is there, and you got to figure they're going up. But you know what? You know, anything, like I said, I ain't touching MSTY or anything with options. Bitcoin with options. Right now, it's just 70K is the range, right? That's the next stop, 70K for Bitcoin. All right, Palantir, what do we got? 41%. Robinhood, I love, you know, their IV, but that thing, man, I'm starting to put them in the same bucket as Tesla because they moved way too fast, all over the place, man. I believe in them in the long term, but man, they're tough. All right, so who else we got? Applied cash money, baby. Yeah. So yeah, they got a mixture of safe degens and all that. Southern Copper Corp, huh? 35% IV. So we got the average IV of about what, 39% up on her. And again, who I do highlight the largest positions in case you guys are curious what makes ULTY move. Broadcom, well, lucky you. I know Broadcom's been going down, unfortunately, but they're 5% of the position. Circle is 5%. iShares is 5%. Jabil is 5%. Quanta is 6%. Quanta is 5%. Palantir is 6%. And what do we got? We got cash at 10%. Again, they got to pay us out. And then, of course, all the options trades, which, like I said, we'll go into another day. I don't know when. All right, let's move on to the right. Who else did we say we're going to cover today? Definitely not Salty. Oh, PLTY. Yeah, we'll cover PLTY. How you doing, PLTY? No, how you doing? We got a 180 synthetic and a 200. Palantir sits at what, 193. So they're doing all right on the 180, but the 200, we'll see how that goes. They expire on January 16th. All right, so let's look at the covered calls. When do they expire? 12/26. Looks like no rolling for Monday, which, you know, that's expected. 3 of the covered calls are in the money. We have a long call, credit call spread helping in the money again, but buddies galore helping out here. Capity Duda. Palantir obviously has run up since they opened these positions last week at some point. Then we have 2 more covered calls. They're out of the money, but barely, and we'll see how all this holds up. Assets under management, 633 mil. The NAV sits at 56. Again, remember, PLTY launched at $50. Still going strong ahead, you know, showing some capital appreciation. You know, how long will PLTY stay above $50? That's the question. Synthetic contracts, they total about 33,000. Covered calls, only 82%, huh? Let's see. Let's double check that. Yep, 82% has covered calls. That means the other 18 is kind of moving just 1 for 1 with the underlying Palantir. Of that 82%, 100% has the credit call spread action, in case they get a little capity duda, as they say. All right, let me move on to Mr. Misty. Remember Misty? Misty Mafia? Where you guys at? You still awake? Is everyone just like so beat up from, you know, the tanking of Bitcoin, the tanking of MSTR, the reverse split of Misty? Is everyone just over it, or is everyone still a believer, averaging down, just waiting for this run, this crypto run, this this run that doesn't happen, right? I don't know. The synthetics don't look pretty though, so let's not even get excited here. They got a 255, a 270. This is, remember this, they were this high. It's hard to believe they were this high that long ago. MSTR sits at what, 164? I mean, that's rough, bro. 255, 270, 300, and they got a 164 price. Oh boy. At least they got the 165. That thing has a fighting chance. But right now, the January expiration dates are the high ones. So they're going to be, she take my money when I'm in need. Yeah, my voice is not quite there yet to get the highs. But you get what I'm saying, man. There's a gold digger. There's 3 gold diggers. Oh, this one wants a lot of money. Ooh, and it's Christmas time. So you better pay up. Freaking Gucci pocketbook or something like that, right? No elf makeup for her. She wants the good stuff. All right, so let's go to MSTR and see how the covered calls are doing. Well, they all expire Friday. We know that. They're all out of the money too. 0.45% all the way up to 8.06% out of the money. So far so good there. We'll see. Assets under management, 1.5 bill. Again, we said they're smaller than NVDY now, which is crazy. You crazy, man. I love you, man, but you're crazy. All right, the NAV sits at 32.08. Closing price, 32.05. All right, let's look at the synthetic contracts. 94 thou. Cover calls, 82%. All right, so they're about 18% running wild. All right, credit call spreads, only 74% of the 82. So again, we'll see, man. Bitcoin check, sure. Let's see. Are we flipping green? No, we are not. We are redder than red. So let's move on. Let's get away from Bitcoin products and let's see what else we got. Oh yeah. Well, I feel like they move with Bitcoin lately, but here we are. HOOY, Tom Lee, Bitcoin. Yeah, Tom Lee's a freaking, you know what. Anyway, just, do they actually pay that guy to talk? Like, seriously? He needs to stop talking. But, oh my God, 24,000 K in distros from NVDY? Damn. So, Brian, you probably agree that NVDY is the GOAT, right? The GOAT. Good morning, Red. Good morning, LA. 10K. LA. He did it. He's like the YouTube champion. All right. Do it. You better love that movie, Nikki. I love that you love that movie. All right, let's see. Not happy with how YieldMax is managing most of their funds, not capturing the upside when the underlying fund is all-time highs, for example, GDXY. Well, again, we know that's not their strategy, so we cannot be too surprised. All right. Coughing and water bottle cream. It's the good old days. I should move back to the garage at this point too. Channel would probably do better. Ugh. Yep. Talk about nothing. I'm here to talk about nothing. LA 20K. LA probably like 50K in 26. Oh man. Let's keep going. All right. How's Robinhood doing? Well, HOOY, they have a 135 synthetic. What's Robinhood at? 122. This expires on February 20th. So again, there's some time there. How's their covered calls doing? Well, they all expire the day after Christmas, right? We're all going to be tired that day. But hey, there's options to be played. Remember, it's the Friday expiration. We got to do our option thing. Only one is in the money, 0.3% in the money. Robinhood is looking red in the pre-market, though. Their highest covered call is 2.97% out of the money. Assets under management, 200 mil. The NAV, their NAV is still above 50 as well. HOOY and PLTY are the beasts. 51 bucks. Although, they're lagging. What, Chippy's kicking their ass. GDXY is kicking their ass and this and this. All right, but anyway, synthetic contracts, 16,000. They're doing credit call spreads, cover calls on the whole shebang. So that's the update on Mr. HOOY there. And then I think we got what, cone heads? What did you do to your cone? All right, we got a 270 and a 280. Both expire less than a month. Oh my God. How is coin doing? Well, how do you think coin's doing? How's freaking crypto doing? It's not doing. It's at 247. So yeah, man. CONY's got some gold diggers themselves, you know, some freaking conehead gold diggers. Could you imagine a conehead gold digger? Well, you don't have to. They're right here. They want 37 mil. They want 57 mil. So give them their their gold cone heads. All right, so 1226 expiration. We got some scattered-do going here. We are out of the money. Lowest one is 0.85% out of the money. Highest one is 6.9% out of the money. Assets under management on your boy Conehead, 753. NAV is 42.97. Third price is 42.94. Okay. All right, synthetic contracts, we got 30K, 90% cover calls, 100% of that credit call spreads. Like we said, the gold digger. So we got no synthetic to spare. Chippity doo dah. Let's look at Chippy. You know, Chippy's dominant. If Chippy was the only YieldMax fund, Chippy. Oh man, Chippy. So I mean, they're just holding chip stocks and they're selling calls. Nothing fancy. Texas Instruments, Broadcom, even though they're red. Let's see, what's Broadcom doing this morning? They're red again. Oh my goodness, it's crazy, man. Let's go here. Let's go to stock analysis. Let's click home and let's type in AVGL. By the way, how the hell did they come up in that ticker? But let's look over the last month, man. Oh, they were at what, 412? Now they're at 341. Very, very painful, man. But the 1 year to date looks good. The 1 year looks good. The 5 year, oh my God, looks amazing. But the 1 month, oh boy, when does the bleeding end? When does the bleeding end? I don't know. We'll see. All right. Anyway, they got on Marvel. Yeah. Again, Chippy. You own Chippy, you're good. All right, what else? That's it, man. That's all the coverage. That's all she wrote. Now we're just going to go to the Guestimania tab, and we're going to wait until 6:55 a.m., and we're going to type in the new distributions. Until then, we're going to hang out and answer questions and sing a song and click into space, because that's kind of how we feel this week, in space. All right, let me get some coffee here. Might as well pull up group 1 predictions, right? Let's see what they come up with. All right, Sunita, Mrs. Coneheads too. Nah. Better than I deserve. Dave Ramsey. I haven't listened to Ramsey in a while. I kind of miss it. I should listen. I should be sleeping. No, you should not. After this, you go to the gym, and then you take a nap. Unless you have kids, and there is no napping. But unless they're in school, of course. Let's see, what else? I think this is the last day of schools, mostly. Because they get, a lot of days off. Out of 100 funds, 5 doing okay. 555, we get group 1. Well, yeah, 555 for you, 655 for us. Am I doing any trades today? I don't know, honestly. I've been thinking about GLD, IWM, I keep saying I'm content. I don't need any more positions. And at the same time, I'm like, I just can't help it. I do have a large cash position now. So I can open a new one here. Who should I add, Steel? Like, I want to stick with kind of the index. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I was looking at Netflix. Let me add them. NFLX. All right, so Netflix, they're at 93. All these other fields. All right, so they are, yeah, they're closer to the low for sure. They're 82. Their 52-week low is $82. 52-week high, 134. Yeah. Yeah, this is not. I mean, they're 13% away from the low, 38% IV. I mean, how can you go wrong with Netflix, right? If I do a 1-year leap, a 1-year Roddy, right? What do you guys think? Is that a good move, or is that stupid time right now with WB thing? You're at the age where you sleep whenever. That is a beautiful thing. I'm jealous. I'll have to live through you. 44. Music is good. I'm glad to help you nap, Sunita. Always off. Always. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah, SLV. I should add SLV. So I got GLD. I'll add SLV right above it. Okay. That's iShares. Oh, I like that price. If gold was that price, I would have added it by now. Wow. Oh my God. Wait, how is their IV so high? Maybe I will trade silver. They are at the 52-week high, though. What do we think about this price deal? Is this like danger, or is silver just gonna run? I mean, oof. I like it though. I like it. Make a little extra bucks there. It's 70 last night, really? What the hell happened? Silva, SLV. This does not have all the. Let's look at that year to date. Oh man, it was down here. Whew. Wow, that's a big jump, man. I don't know. That's scary. Who else do we got? Silver. Anyone else? Silver on the rise. All right, we got what, 9 minutes? Let me drink some coffee. Maybe an iron condor. You know, I don't know what the hell that is yet. But I believe it involves like all 4 legs. And yeah, we ain't doing no iron condors yet. We're still getting used to the Roddies. But we got to come up with a name. Spider cricket. That would be Roddy the spider cricket, right? With all legs. But yeah, share your trade. I haven't seen you in the freaking Discord in a while. I want to see your iron condor that you do, if you can share it. Put spread, call spread, same expiration date. Yeah. Well, you can still buy it, right? Can't even buy that for kids anymore. They want everything. They just can't appreciate stuff, stuff. It's pretty cool though. They have apps now where you scan baseball cards and they'll tell you for how much they sell for online. You know, I think that's awesome. I mean, technology's bad in a lot of ways, but like that, I used to get the big book. Oh my God, it would take me so long to find how much each card's worth. You spend all this time, oh, 50 cents? What? You were hoping the card would be worth like 50 bucks. It's worth like 50 cents. Like, come on, man. All right, what else we got? Any questions for me? Any questions on Roddy? Any questions on YieldMax? Any questions on any high yield funds? Any questions on 2026? What are we thinking here? What are we doing? Like, what do we learn in 25? What is your number one thing that you learned in 25 that you want to share with everyone right now while we wait for group one? Anything? What was your worst mistake? What was your worst investment? Let's share it all right now. Don't be afraid. We got 258 people between YouTube and X. Brian says, me and my brothers had shoe boxes full of cards. Yeah, I have binders in my attic. I'm waiting for my kids to be old enough to actually appreciate it. I don't want to give it to them. They just ruin them, but in due time. That's the fun. Kids learn. Yeah, it is. But you know, those days are gone. If I could scan it, I'm not looking through a book anymore. Sorry. 26, a great year. I learned to not use too much margin. You mean 25? Carlos says no more TSLY, CONY, or anything from you. So where you traveling to, Carlos? I'm liking KSLV. Okay, so it sounds like, well, I did tell Howard I would have him on in 26. So that will be, you know, just an interview. Again, I'm trying to not do interviews, but I have never interviewed him, so it wouldn't be bad. My Redfish, his worst investment, or we'll just call it decision, was selling CLM for YieldMax funds. Cornerstone, huh? Nav Drip. Brother says YieldMax was my most expensive investment. Wiped out too much capital. Brother, you doing options now yourself? Or how are you making that back up? YMAX, KYLD. Oh, that's what I was thinking you're talking about, brother. What's KSLV? KYLD, ULTY, YSPY is where income funds are at. Solo tickers are way too risky at 100% of the underlying exposure. BZN Tiger is onto something here. You know, it's not a bad combo you got going right there. CONY CONY has not been nice this year. But again, crypto related. Anything options crypto related. I'm just not doing it. I'm buying Bitcoin, I'm buying MSTR daily, and that's it. I'm not selling options on them because it'll just drive me nuts. A while back you mentioned moving. Have you considered that still warmer climate? Yeah, right. If I could convince my wife, sure. I'd be where you are. No, Florida, Texas, somewhere. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm gonna be in Jersey forever. It is what it is. I just got to set my goal to moving closer to the beach, which is the goal. Come to Florida. Yeah, man, I wish. I'm gonna go to Disney either this coming year or the year after that. We've been holding off until the younger one gets older, because the older one now is getting too old. So I just, you know, let's see. Yeah, I'm going into the basket funds, index funds more, except Tesla. Man, LA's a Tesla bull. LA should get the Cybertruck so he could tow his, you know, all the appliances to the junkyard. Yeah, Alabama. Alabama's the cheap state, right? Yeah, they do. It's nice. It's nice that in the summers. Like it's just expensive, you know. Like if I moved closer to the water, oh my God, my property taxes. I'd have to work for a much longer time, but I don't know. It would just be a more expensive lifestyle. So it's something I have to think about. Oh, so you would want a Cybertruck. Yeah, Teslas are impressive, man. Some options and swing trades. Yeah, brother, let's do some options this year, man. A lot to learn, a lot to make. Options and rocks. Who wants to wait 40 months for your car charge? I'd pay. I get it, man. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you're like traveling and you have to wait, that's the annoying part. But if you're just like, if you charge it overnight, it's like you won't know it, right? Because you're just charging it. It's like your phone. You charge it every night anyway. But yeah, if you're waiting like at a charging station, although maybe that's when I'll do content, right? I'm not getting a Tesla, by the way, but I'm just saying like they're too damn expensive. I'm done with cars. I just paid my property tax, $737 for what? Is that a quarter? A month? Have to be for work, yeah. I pay that every year. Go away. I pay. You don't even want to know what I pay. Just add a zero. That's what I pay, basically. All right, so I think the announcement is probably here. Well, if not, in 1 minute. Thank you all for being here, by the way. I know it's a holiday week and all. Kind of black, kind of weak, you know. I pay $1,500 a year. What, for property tax? You know, Nikki, you go away too, because you know the ripoff of New Jersey property tax. Yeah, Redfish, I'm with you. Where you from, Redfish? Let's see. Is the email coming in yet? The property taxes have gone up every single year since I've owned a home. Just got the email. Come on, refresh this stupid thing. Yeah, Sunita and I are in the same boat. I'm 7-ish, so maybe 8-ish. I don't even know anymore. It's just so stupid. All right, the email's not loading. Oh, that coffee good. All right. Anyone else get the email? Maybe they took me off the distribution. So what's the what percent? What percent? Well, Rod, you got to be more clear here, you know? Where's the freaking email? I'm about to go to their Twitter. Not there either. Property tax? I don't freaking know the percentage. Too much. ULTY. All right, it says download. There you go. Oh my goodness, that took too long. All right, here we go. Let's plug it in, baby. Plug it in. Oh crap, I didn't update the actual yield columns. Damn it. All right, so we got pick up BM. Okay. Here we go. 0.0944. 0.0944. YMAG. 0.0925. Okay. ULTY. What are you doing, ULTY? 0.5705. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Feet. Smelly as feet. 0.2203. 5E, how you doing? No, how you do? 0.1514. Yeah. LFGY or LIFG, 0.2866. Okay. GPTY, 0.2937. Okay. SDTY, 0.2671. Okay. QDTY, where are you? 0.3581. Interesting. RDTY, 0.3458. Okay. Chippity doodah, how we doing? 0.4403. And last but not least, we got our boy Salty, 0.4955. All right, so YMAX, 47% yield. YMAG, 33% yield. ULTY with a surprising 75% yield. Feet, 43% yield. 5E, 24% yield. LFGY, 55% yielder right there. GPTY, 35%er. SDTY, 30%. QDTY 42%, RDTY 44%, Chippity Doodah 40%, SLTY 75%. So ULTY and SALTY both winners at 75% yield. That is crazy. Come to New York and pay $12,000 in the city. Where are you at? Oh man. See, wind insurance in Florida, $6K right now for the year. Wow. Yeah, they always say there's other expenses that you'll get in Florida that you just wouldn't expect. Good morning, Bruce. Even though you're late, good morning. Brian's house is paid for. You know what? Let's go move in with Brian for free. Will you let us live there rent free? See what else we got. I have this week off. Sorry, I just got here. Welcome the Turd. Interesting name we got. Thank you for being here, even though we're ending. All right, so I think we're done. We're done for the day. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Tomorrow's the declaration, right, of Group 2. Should we do YieldMax again? Should we do Roddy? I don't know. You guys tell me. We could do, what if we do Roddy and then we just go live for the announcement? That would be cool, right? Yeah, why not? All right, I think I'm done. What do you guys think? As always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, and this video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, come back tomorrow. We'll try again. I know I can't. I'm not doing the crazy voices, crazy singing. I still have this stupid cough, and it's getting there. But it's always the same crap every year. You know, I'll just blame having kids. Never got sick ever until I had kids. Ever. And of course, now that I'm getting sick, that's when the health insurance is god awful, right? When I was younger, health insurance. You had like the Cadillac plan. I basically paid no premium, paid nothing out of pocket. Copay was $10, but you don't get a bill. Now you freaking get a bill. Like health insurance, it's a goddamn joke. That's another story for another day. But if you enjoy this content, please hit the like button. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Outside of that, I got nothing but a keyword. Ain't nothing but a keyword. Good. See, I could talk like I'm from the South, right? If I move there. Anyway, is that how people talk from Florida or Alabama or wherever we're going? Texas? All right. What's the keyword, Marcia? Don't be going to work yet. You tell me the keyword. It's on Marcia. What do you got? Come on, Marcia Little. Come on, Marcia Little. Buy LA. I hope that's not your keyword. Come on, you can do better than that. Come on, Marcia Little. Pay me. All right, we'll go with it. So if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, Marcia Little 1860 says pay me. So go pay her because she's going to work. All right, she ain't going to work for free. You got to pay her ass to go to work. All right, so you got to prove that you made it this far in the video by typing pay me. All right, I'm out of here. I'm getting to work too. They better pay me too. But thank you for watching live. Thank you for watching after. And have a good one. I'm out of here. Later.